This week in CIST 2531, we're going to look at Chapter 8, using color to enhance signage. In this chapter, you're going to look at different color molds, different ways to create, edit, and apply colors using a variety of methods, how to name and save our colors. We'll also look at using, working with live paint, and different ways we can color images. So we'll start off with our first document here. We're going to look at getting started with the different color modes. All right, so we got two different types of color modes. You got the CMYK, which is the more for print, and then you have the RGB, the red, green, and blue, and that's going to be something we'll be using when we're working with the web. So to see the color modes on this, to explore these, we're going to go to File, and then Document Color Mode, and you can see which color mode we are in. And you can switch the different color modes for your projects by going to File, Document Color Mode, and then changing here. So this is something you'll choose a color mode when you create a project. We're going to look at changing the color of images. First, we'll look at applying an existing color. All right, so for example, in this image here, if I wanted to work with this skateboard, I want to change the color of this. You can see that the color here, one of the ways I can do this is, let me zoom in on this. So one way I can do this is by clicking the color picker box, double clicking, and then here I can choose a different color. You'll see it gives me my RGB and my CMYK values here. When I click OK, it'll change the color that I have selected. So I can change this here. I can also change it in the properties box by choosing a new color. Another way I can do this is by going to Edit and then Edit Colors. In here I can recolor artwork, which you'll see gives me the option by adjusting this to color the artwork. I can also use the color theme picker. So if I want to pick a specific color, I can using my eyedropper tool. I can also choose different color libraries here as well. So let's look at, say, kid stuff. So we'll see the different color wheel that we have. We have some more options down here as well, as we can adjust the slider to adjust the colors. We can adjust the brightness, for example. For this, we have advanced options as well, where we can use different color groups to apply those color groups to our image. We can also create a custom color. For example, I'm going to use the fill appearance here. Okay, so we do have the color swatches that we can choose to change the color as well. We also can use the color mixer that allows us to mix a unique color that may not be on the swatches. We can type in the values or use the sliders as well. This will let us know that we're out of our web color warning. If we click this, it's going to correct that and put it back to inside the web. Save colors. So once I've created a color, I can come in and I can click this little new swatch. And this allows me to give the swatch a name. So we'll name this New Green. Choose the color type, whether I want it to be a global color or something that's And then to this, change the color modes. You can see I do have other color modes here. I can adjust the hue, saturation, brightness. I can adjust this grayscale, web safe, RGB, and so forth. And when I click OK, you'll see that that is now added onto my color swatches. What that allows me to do is I can now use that to quickly apply that color, that custom color, to other objects. Now, if I decide I need to edit this color, for example, I can always come in and double click on the swatch, and this brings up my swatch options here. So I can adjust my saved color. You notice that it has changed from the new green. Now it is a purple because I have adjusted that color and saved it as the same swatch. You can also, and I'm going to go to the next guy for this one. It's a little bit easier to see on the snowboarder. So for example, his helmet. If I wanted to change the color of his helmet, I can also use the eyedropper tool to select colors. And by using the selection tool to select my object first, and then using the eyedropper tool, that allows me to quickly change the color of my selection. As it is, see, it's also changing here and here as well. So once again, I can use the color picker to adjust, to change the color. I can use the appearance, the fill, to use a custom or a preset color, or choose and create a custom color. I can also use the color picker in this area to pick a color, or I can use the eyedropper tool to pick a color on the existing document. Now, if you need to convert this, you can always come up to, once again, the edit, and then here we're going to come down to edit colors, and you can convert this, the color, if you need to change the values. For example, I'm going to set this in RGB color, but then I can come down to convert this to grayscale, convert to RGB. So you can convert those colors. If I need to convert this to grayscale, okay, so you see that I can apply that as well. So you have a lot of flexibility with your coloring, a lot of options, a lot of different ways to accomplish the same task. One of the other things you can use is you can use the live paint bucket tool. Okay, this is something that will not be on your toolbar. You will need to come down to these three dots. When you scroll through here and see the paint, you'll see the live paint bucket. I've already added it to my toolbar. What this allows me to do is to click on the right thing here. Click on this. So using the selection tool, I'm able to use this live paint bucket tool. Let's change this fill. Change it to a blue. And then here, when I click on the selections, you'll see that it does add this to the selections. I can also close down the mouse button, drag, and you see that it will apply that to multiple selections. Go back and choose my color again. Do the what I have selected. It's not letting me really do much here. But you see that I'm able to click and hold down the mouse and drag over what I have selected to apply the paint bucket tool using the live paint bucket tool option. You see how I get the little red outline around what I'm dropping the paint on. One thing to be aware of with this is that you can still do your selections with your selection tool, and then you can make your selections this way as well to add more to your live paint bucket tool.